And it's great to be with you on your Monday afternoon. Now, at this time on a Monday, we talk to charities, groups and organisations which offer support for anyone struggling with their mental health. And in Crosby and Southport, that's where you'll find the Crisis Cafe, which runs drop-in sessions at the weekend to offer one-to-one support as well as a place of safety. Sherran Robb is the manager, and she told me why the service was set up.
The Crisis Cafe was set up to try and help people with their mental health. It's a service that's for adults only, aged 18 plus, and somewhere where people can go as an alternative to A&E, I guess. So we accept people who are struggling with any mental health condition whatsoever, from the mild to the moderate, right through to the more severe for people who are suffering with, obviously, suicidal thoughts, suicidal intent. And we've basically been set up to offer an alternative space to A&E.
And Sherran, what kind of response do you get from people who come to the cafe and use your services?
Do you know, we've supported about 180 people now across the both sites, because we've got a Crisis Cafe in Southport and one in Crosby. And the feedback has been tremendous. A lot of people have said that it's so needed, especially because we're an out-of-hours service. So our hours are 5 to 11 p.m, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And there's no other service in our region that's open in those times. So we've really had sort of fantastic feedback, really, of how needed it is, especially at those times, because they're the kind of times that people tend to struggle emotionally. So yeah, it's been really, really great to have that feedback that we're doing worthwhile, I guess, really.
And what I love about it is two things. It's that social space,
yes,
but also
definitely.
It's a safe space as well.
It is. It's a safe, confidential, welcoming space where we just try and make people feel at ease. We, say, come on in, have a brew. Would you like a biscuit? We've got a bit of fruit here or a cake sometimes. And we just get chatting to them and see what they need. And then from there, we're able to kind of put in place, hopefully, what they might need, whether that's more input from clinical services, in which case we'll support them to access that, or support from other services around the region, or just generally a chat in the moment and validating the feelings, validating that, yes, things are rough right now, but they can and will get better.
And Sherran, how important is it to have this service for people?
I think it's essential. The feedback has been from our guests that have attended that they've found it to be a real lifeline, especially in some of their darkest hours. So that's really nice feedback. I think that
Definitely.
shows that.
Sometimes it's hard to establish, is this aimed at me? So because you're giving that platform to people to come and be supported by the Crosby Crisis Cafe, maybe without revealing identity, what are the types of the things that you would refer and help and signpost with that individual that's coming to the cafe?
Yeah, so we've supported a wide range of people, really, people from all walks of life, of all ages. We've supported people who are struggling with enduring mental health conditions, through to people who are suffering with anxiety, depression. Obviously, there's the other side of things as well, where people who, might be suffering from homelessness, domestic abuse, alcohol and drug recovery. So a very, very mixed selection of people, really, not one sort of type of category that we can pinpoint. It's very open and very generic to whoever is struggling with any kind of crisis.
And it might be that particular time that they're walking past that they might just have that sudden urge to get that support, because I know one of the things that you offer as well is to try and help with reducing distress and managing crisis situations.
Absolutely, yes. So we will help people to put a safety plan in place if their thoughts are getting really extreme. We'll also as well support them if need be to access those more clinical services. We work very closely with A&E. We're also fortunate to have a 24/7 mental health helpline, which we help people to access a lot, and that can just offer a bridging gap, really, because we're at the weekends. So we're just trying to make them feel as safe as possible and to keep them safe whilst we're in the evening at the weekend, before other services open, sort of Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 kind of thing.
It's such a great little lifeline Sherran, that you
Thank you.
provide.
Yes.
And for
Yeah.
both Crosby then and Southport, where the crisis cafes are, as well as making an outstanding brew, because I've heard the rumours, tell us about the people that are there on the day face to face with people coming in. Are they geared up to be that listening ear and know,
Oh, absolutely.
how
We
to
have
signpost?
fantastic teams. Yeah, we really do have fantastic teams. For example, we supported one lady who accessed us actually after taking an overdose. Obviously, we rang emergency services and we got her the right help that she needed. But we've continued to work with her. And through the months that we've worked with her, we've started to notice that her dips in her mental health are forming into a bit of a monthly pattern. So we've now started to explore the idea of more of a PMDD diagnosis, and we suspect it could be kind of hormonal for her. So she's now in a better position where she's able to access the right support and the right help. So it's all been through us getting to know her really, and that rapport that we've had with her.
Do you look for the future? If people have been through the doors at the Crisis Cafe, have you got staff or volunteers that come back to say, do you know what, you helped me, so I'm going to pass it forward now and help other people?
Oh, absolutely. Our recovery circle and our recovery stories are phenomenal. We have one staff who started with us when we very first opened in Southport as a volunteer. She'd suffered with her mental health for many, many, many years. She started volunteering with us. She was so good at volunteering that when a staff position became available, she got that staff role. And then another story as well, we had one particular homeless gentleman who accessed us as a guest, as a service user. And then once he got himself sorted and he got the right housing and the right help, he is now one of our volunteers. So that element of recovery is just absolutely lovely to see. It's something we're very keen to promote and talk about.
That's lovely, and I'm so glad that you're talking to us here on BBC Radio Merseyside, Sherran. So give us now the all-important contact information. How do people find out more about the support that you offer at the crisis cafes, both in Crosby and the other one in Southport?
Okay, so our main phone number is 0300 323 0197. Or alternatively, people can contact us via email, which is crisiscafe@seftoncvs.org.uk. We're also quite heavy on social media as well, so you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, under the relative headings of Southport Crisis Cafe or Crosby Crisis Cafe.
And Sherran, your immediate advice then for maybe a listener this afternoon that's feeling a little bit under par, doesn't know where to turn and is feeling that cloud is getting thicker and thicker, what is your advice?
Give us a ring. We will do whatever we can to try and help and support. Alternatively, just come on by if you feel that you'd like to meet us. We do operate on a drop-in service. So Friday, Saturday and Sunday we are open 5 till 11 p.m. The only slight exception for that is Crosby. Just on a Friday we're appointment only. So maybe just give us a ring on a Friday if you're in Crosby. But other than that, we're open and happy to meet everyone who would just like to meet us and feel that they're struggling in any way.
And just give us the locations if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. So the Southport one, we're very lucky to be in Parenting 2000 buildings. The lovely people at Parenting 2000 have allowed us to use their space. So the Southport site is at a building called Alchemy, which is behind, just to the rear of Parenting 2000. On Mornington Road, just next door to Southport College. And the Crosby site is on Coronation Road, again in the Parenting 2000 building. And it's just a little bit down from Coronation Park on the same side of the road.
Sherran, a pleasure to catch up, and thank you for sharing the story of the success of the Crisis Cafe based both in Southport and Crosby. And those details, again, check out on social media. Sherran Robb, manager, thank you for being with us on Drive.
Oh, thank you ever so much, Helen. Thank you.